Hey friends, it's Elisa here from Slow and Curious Living, and today I'm coming to you with a June garden tour. So I'll be sharing with you what is growing in our small suburban vegetable garden here in Scotland. There's lots happening and I just can't wait to show you. Enjoy! We garden in zone 8, so it's not terribly warm and our growing season is quite short, but we do work with what we have. So this is one of our 2 vegetable gardens, and this is one that we started just last year. As you can see, here we have our apple tree, which we planted earlier this spring, and some sunflowers and some volunteer poppies. Next is some romaine lettuce, which I believe I sowed too close to one another, but that doesn't matter, it's still working okay. Next, some broccoli and dill. And here's our carrots, which I sowed, I believe, 3 weeks ago. And some baby strawberries. These plants went in a couple months ago. This is our glorious purple sprouting broccoli. I'd sowed, I believe, 9 of these plants last summer, but only one of these survived because of some really bad frost that we had over the winter. So we're really happy with this one. These potatoes are actually growing just beside the fence, and they're working really well actually. It's a really shaded spot for them, so they don't get too much light, but it's working fine. This is the other side of our garden, I would say the main vegetable garden. As you can see, we have 2 greenhouses. One of them was just added this season. It was actually a second-hand one that we got for free, so that's great. And this is our lemon balm and berries corner. We have a big raspberry plant and a smaller gooseberry plant here, both very productive. Quite pleased with them. As you can see, the raspberries are getting big. And this is quite a narrow spot, but I decided that I wanted to try and grow something. So I am doing carrots here this year. We have some random Swiss chard that is going to seed, some more carrots, which I'd sown before, the ones that you've just seen. So these are already a bit bigger. And finally, some sorrel here, which is great if you want to add a bit of bitterness to your salads, and some volunteer nasturtium, which always helps. Here's my seedlings. I've got some purple sprouting broccoli and some kale, which is so ready to go in and start growing. So I'll be transplanting this very, very soon. Here's our first of the 2 greenhouses, and we are growing some green beans here, some tomatoes, basil, some random lettuce, and then a few cucumber plants, which, as you can see, are already flowering, and we're really looking forward to these. Then outside we have 2 courgette plants growing in the main garden space. As you can see, they do have some white spots. I'm trying to investigate what those are. If any of you know, please leave a comment. This is the other greenhouse, and in here I'm mostly growing green beans, but we also have another cucumber plant, a lettuce plant going to seed, and then some more dill, which is, as you can see, the dill is already going to seed, which is great because I'll be saving these seeds for next year. These are our peas, which are nearing the end of their lives. They have been very productive, so very happy with them. Such tasty peas we've had this year. And moving on, here's our celery, which is still pretty small, but is doing quite well. We've had quite a bit of rain, which always helps when you're growing celery. And this is our kale plant. I've left one of these to let it go to seed to save the seeds for next year. And behind it, you can see I have leeks growing. I love growing leeks. They are so much fun, and they're so resilient. I'm looking forward to harvesting these when it's so cold and dark outside. These are going to be wonderful. This is our little kind of herb corner, some chives, some thyme, some parsley, random sorrel there. And this is some volunteer mint, which is actually really nice. We've been drinking loads of mint teas. Another bed here, we have some broccoli, cabbage, which is going to be great for making sauerkraut. And then some green beans, dwarf green beans growing there. And this is like a full look at this bed with the potatoes at the very end. Again, this is a very dark corner, but they really love it. And at the very back, you can see our compost bins and a compost pile there. These are purple sprouting broccoli, and interplanted are carrots, which I thought wouldn't germinate, but they ended up germinating, so that's great. Another small bed with some more cabbage plants and broccoli and lettuce. And I can't obviously forget about our hens. We have 3 of them. And we're still thinking about how can we maximize the space near our chicken coop, where we have another compost pile. And as you can see, we popped in a couple courgette plants and they're doing really well. So I hope you enjoyed this garden tour. I hope to be coming back to you with another one in July, because these are really the most productive months in the growing season. So it's super exciting to see so many things growing, some successes, some failure, but thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please feel free to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!